Hola! Hi, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. I'm Sam. If you happen to be new, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. To all my returning subscribers, thank you guys so very much for continuing to come back and continuing to support me and this channel. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Alright, so for today's video, we are taking the scissors to probably my most prized possession, my Philodendron Splendid. So the Philodendron Splendid is a Melanochrysum verrucosum cross. I got this plant almost 2 years ago now. This is the one plant that I have chopped the most out of all of my houseplants and sold cuttings up. I also did a giveaway with a beautiful cutting off this plant. I've chopped it probably like 8 times total in the last 2 years and sold. You know, because of that, it's growing, but every time it would push out a new growth point, I would chop that and sell it. And that's how I accumulated so many of the wishlist plants that I have, the more pricey ones especially. It's safe to say I definitely got my money back out of this plant. It was an import. I think I paid, I think it was around like $140. So it was pretty expensive, but I've made, you know, way more than my money back off of it. But as you guys can see, it's very tall and leggy, and the growth is coming in really small. The stem is curling. It's just not what I want it to be. And then if you look at the very bottom of the stem, it's completely bare. There's no leaves down there. So I think what I'm going to do is take the scissors and cut right here below this last bottom leaf, which is also the largest leaf. I regret cutting it so many times because it used to have, it was just full of big, beautiful leaves. Like, it was so gorgeous. So I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to leave the rest of the stem for now in the pot and see if we get another growth point popping out on it. And then I think I'm also going to take another cutting up near the tippy top and make that its own little plant, and then we'll have about 3 different splendids going on. So yeah, we're just going to see what they do. In my experience, the splendid is really easy when it comes to getting it to root. It loves sphagnum moss, so I don't really think I'm going to have any issues here. Hopefully they all survive. And then eventually I may end up potting all of these back in the same pot together to have a more full plant, you know. But yeah, something's got to be done because it's too much. It's too much. It needs some help. It needs some pruning majorly. So that's what we're going to be doing. It's just like crazy to me. I can't even believe I'm going to take scissors to this plant. It is insane. Okay. And then I also have a few other plants that y'all haven't seen. Some really cool ones that I haven't showed you guys that I'm going to share with you. I have some propagations that you guys haven't seen from plant tuber Marina at Millennial Planter. We did like a Secret Santa exchange. I wanted to show you guys what she sent me and how the roots are coming along on those cuttings. That's pretty much what we're doing today. So if this sounds like your jam, then stick around. We're gonna jump right into it and get to snipping. Snip it. Okay, I'm trying to position the camera here to where you guys are gonna be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna try my best. I need to move this little table over. Yes, I'm sitting at my kids' little wooden table and chairs, okay? Okay, it's really fun. If I can get in here and not like break anything, I'm so nervous. Okay, so this is the lowest leaf here, which is also the last large leaf that this guy has. So maybe we should start at the top, right? Yeah, let's start at the top. Okay. Oh, see how it's like curling though? It's completely grown off this moss pole. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where I want to cut at for sure. I think I'm just gonna chop it up, y'all, to be honest with you, and then we'll do like an update and check back in on all the cuttings. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut right here at this node, and we're just gonna see where this takes us, okay? Oh god, oh god, oh god, I can't believe I just freaking did that. I can't believe I just did that. Guys. Oh my goodness. I'm like literally chopping up the whole plant though. It's scary, okay? Okay, I got Velcro tape on this guy. This moss pole is so skinny and flimsy. It was just not working. It was time. I just chopped the whole freaking plant off of the roots. Oh, but it's beautiful, isn't it? But I think I need to chop it again because look how like crazy curvy this growth pattern is. Like, I can't get that to go up a moss pole. It's going to snap. Should I cut it again? I don't know. Do I cut it again? Oh god, I about broke it there. Okay. I think I need to cut it again. And then I'm going to chop right here. So I'm going to have this extra node here, I think, that I will just put in probably a little moss prop box and see what happens. Oh my goodness, I'm just chopping my plant up. But look how beautiful those freaking velvety leaves are. Aren't they gorgeous? I will die if something happens to this plant. I'm not even exaggerating, you guys. Okay, so let me just show you over here. Basically, this is what we have left. Yeah, this is what we have left. this leaf and then this long piece of stem here. So I may end up making this its own cutting and trying to root this, and then chopping up these at each node and trying to propagate those. Haven't decided yet, but for now I'm gonna leave this guy as he is, and we're gonna come over here and work on this massive cutting that I just took. Fudge sickles. Oh my God, why am I such a chaotic mess? I have all these vessels here because I wasn't sure how many cuttings I'm gonna be taking. I have my moss here, oh gosh, I have my coffee, and I have this beautiful plant. Oh my goodness. All right, let me just think for a minute until I figure out how I want to do this, because I just don't know. Okay, I'm gonna cut this little extra piece off here. It doesn't have a node on it, so we can't use that. Throw that in the compost. Take a cutting right here, I think. Okay, I just gotta do it right, or right here, maybe, actually. Okay, I did it. And then we have another piece for the compost right there. Okay, so this is cutting number 1. It has 3 leaves. I'm hoping this will encourage this plant to give me some of those beautiful large leaves again and just get back to growing well. And then I'm not cutting it again after this. I'm keeping all these cuttings. I'm not selling any of them. And yeah, I'm done selling cuttings of this plant, and I'm done chopping it after this. It's too beautiful for all that. So here's the first cutting, 3 leaves. We have this long piece of stem here, but there is a node down here, but I may end up going ahead and removing this and throwing this in a prop box and then trying to root it from here, because we do also have another node right here. And then of course up here. Cutting number 1, I'm gonna take the cuttings and then we're gonna put them in moss and get them all set up. And then here's the second piece. Should I cut this? This is the part that has the growth point right here. This is the newest leaf, and this will be where the next new leaf will be. Should I leave this one piece and like try to root it at this node right here? There's also a node right here. I think what I'm going to do is chop this piece off and have a third cutting here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Oh my gosh. It breaks my heart every time those scissors go snip. Snippity snip. Look how beautiful that little guy is. We have a node there. I want to have multiple different plants of this. It's okay, right? Okay, and now we have this one, and we don't need this long piece of stem here, so I'm gonna chop that off. All right, and this is the third piece with the growth point, and we have this node here, which is where I'm gonna be attempting to grow the roots from. We have this one, we have the mother plant, and then we have this larger piece here. So, all right, let's get them potted up in sphagnum. All right, so what do I need for what? I'm not 100% sure. I want to do this in a way where I don't have to use an excessive amount of moss because I don't have a lot. I don't think I need all of that stem there either. Let's remove a little bit more of that. Little bit wide. You know what I should actually do? I should actually probably let these callus over before I put them in the moss, but this is the only time that I actually have right now to do this. I'm about to just do it. So, but if I were going to give advice on this, I would say let these cuttings set out for at least a couple of hours so that the wounds can callus over before you put them in water or moss. I, however, am not going to do that because I'm working with the time that I've got, basically. So let's just do it. Okay, who's going to go in where? This guy can go in here. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to use this for one of these because it's clear. I really like that. Yeah, I'm going to have to remove that node. It's too long. Like, what am I supposed to do? So I'm going to have to bank on this rooting. Okay, here we go. All right, we have a node here, so I am going to try to propagate this, get some roots, maybe some growth. We'll see what happens with that. I think I'm going to put this guy in here, or this one. I've got two kind of long, awkward pieces. This one's going to go in here. Okay. I've been putting this off for quite a long time now. Not even going to lie, because I've just been so nervous, you know? Set this guy here. Yeah, I've just been so nervous to actually do this, but the time is now. So we're gonna go ahead and do it. All right, I got my moistened moss here. I'm gonna wring a handful out, like so. Oh, there's a lot of excess water in there that I really should have wring out already in the sink, but it's fine. See, this cup is so flimsy, so this is definitely gonna have to go in a cache pot of some sort because the plant, like, it's just too heavy for this little plastic container, you know? This little plastic cup. I always make such a mess with sphagnum, y'all. It's kind of insane. But okay, this is the top growth point. So this is the one that's going to be putting out a new growth the quickest. The others will have to shoot off their own new growth points. But I have no doubt that they will, because this plant is just so, it's awesome. It really is. Okay. Here we go. I probably should put some type of support in here, but I think it's okay for now. All right. So, Splendid prop number 1. 2 leaves, a growth point. Beautiful. Set that to the side. Get a swig of coffee. Let's go ahead and do this little guy. I don't know. I feel like that's too big for him. Let me see. What's this? I don't know if that could work. Yes, I am talking to myself, you guys. Okay. I absolutely am. Can I try one in water? Like, it's not gonna fit down in there. Maybe I will. Maybe I will try to put this one in a vessel of water. I got a pickle jar. I'm gonna find a better suited vessel for this one. I think we might do a little experiment and try to root this one in water. I may end up switching it over to moss if it doesn't do well in the water. We'll see, but I think we're at least gonna try that. So yeah, now let's do this one, which I think I'm gonna put in this little blue mason jar. I don't actually need these unless, oh, perfect. What do you know? Kind of breaks my heart chopping it, but it needs to be done. I know it's for the better of the plant, like the health of the plant in general all around, so it can grow better and be happier. Plus I have multiple plants of it now, right? Maybe I'll pot them all back up together. Maybe I won't. Who knows? Maybe I'll have a couple different ones. My oldest is starting school this year. He's 5. He's starting in kindergarten. Very excited for him, but also very nervous, like I'm such a big baby. Okay, so here's this one. Super beautiful. We have these 2, and then we have this one, which is going in water, and then we have the mama plant. So technically we have 4 Splendids now. Isn't that insane? We went from 1 to 4, just like that. This is like my 4th cup of coffee today. Okay, so yes, I have some energy. I had to hype myself up for this. And we're gonna chop off this excess junk right here. Trash. But we do have a node. We're gonna throw this in a prop box somewhere and see what happens. So we may have 5 Splendids. What do I know? I think I mentioned that me and a few other planty YouTubers, I think they all have YouTube channels. We did this little gift exchange, like a Secret Santa gift exchange, and we use this app called Elfster, and it basically randomly will choose your partner. It pairs you up with someone, and none of us knew who had our names and who was sending us anything until after the fact. But you can create like a little wish list and things like that, and then whoever gets you chooses either from their collection or they can buy you something, have sent to you. But it was a really fun idea. I was really happy to be a part of that. Anyways, I wanted to show you what I got. So the person that got me was Marina over at Millennial Planter. If you haven't already, go check her out. You'll love her, I promise. Anyways, she sent me a few really fun things. Basically, I had on my list like Hoya, all Hoya, any kind of Hoya. I love Hoya, okay? And I also love Begonia, so I guess we can start with this one. If anyone knows the ID, please tell me, because we weren't 100% sure. This is the beautiful little Begonia cutting that she sent me, and if you look down in there, you can see that it's rooting up really nicely, and it's only been a couple of weeks, y'all, and we already have such fabulous roots coming in. Seriously, begonias are just amazing. And it has this new leaf coming in the middle. I love the leaves, like they're shimmery. It's amazing. If anyone can ID this for us, I would appreciate it. Y'all are able to ID plants for me all the time. I seriously appreciate it so much. This is the first little cutting that she sent me. And then in here, we have a goodie box of Hoya. So I guess we're just gonna get right into it. I'm gonna show you the one that's my favorite out of what she sent me. Oh my gosh, what is the name? Oh. Why does this always happen to me? If it's not a plant that I've ever grown before, or it's not been like on my wish list for like an extended period of time, I usually can't remember the names. I'm sorry, but I will put the name of this on the screen. I'll go back and look and see what she said it was. But it's a really, really cool one, okay? So she sent me this honker of a cutting. Like, would you just look at that? It's big old long vine. It's insane. And look at these Look at these leaves. It has these two gorgeous, shiny, waxy leaves. Oh my goodness, beautiful. And it's already freaking rooted. Like, I could pot this up, you guys. Like, look at this big long root here, these roots coming in right there. Like, it's rooted everywhere. And then it also has more roots down here on this viney piece. It's fully rooted up already. And then, let's see. Oh, I can't remember this one either. I suck, you guys. I really, really suck. I'll put the name of this one on the screen as well, but this is another really adorable little Hoya with the little dainty leaves, the little dips in it, and if we turn it around, it is starting to root. This one's a little bit slower. It's on the slower side of rooting than the others, but it does have some nice little pretty white roots coming in there on the node, so I'm really happy about this guy. Don't have any of these plants, so very, very cool. Thank you, Marina, so much. And then she sent me several little cuttings of this, which I think is a string of daggers, so Sarah Pegii. I don't know the actual ID, but it's a string of daggers. It's the little like arrow shaped leaves. I think she sent me 4 of these, and guys, all of these have new growth coming in on the tips, if you can see that, how cute. And all of these also have roots coming in on all of the nodes. Very exciting. And then there's another one right here. So yeah, super stoked about that. I'm gonna put these back in here. I'm not gonna be potting them up anytime soon because I want to just kind of let them do their thing and get really, really established roots before I go messing with them and throwing them in soil and like screwing it up and killing them or something. I definitely probably could root this one up or pot this one up like anytime I want to. So we may do that in an upcoming video. I need to do some propagation stuff. I need to do plant updates. I'm just like looking around at all of these things I want to show you guys, but this video is already kind of like a little bit long, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it, and we can do plant updates in the future. We can do propagation videos in the future. Y'all leave your suggestions of whatever you want to see down below, because I really want to make content that you guys want to see, like specifically my, you know, go hard viewers, like the subscribers that come back every video and are always in my comments being so supportive and so kind. Like, I want to hear from you guys, so I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me today and watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on what I've done here, chopping up my Philodendron Splendid. Would you have done it? Would you have handled this situation differently? Would you have just let it kind of grow and do its thing? And what should we do with the mother plant? Should I chop it down here at a node and root this leaf up by itself and then chop the rest of the stem up and put all the nodes in a propagation box? Or should I just leave this piece be and see if it's going to shoot out another growth point on this base stem here? Leave your thoughts below, please, and thank you. You're very much appreciated. See you guys again really soon in my next video. You guys are the best. Bye!